This is our day one to day infinity submission. I call it the day one because like every time you go into a BJJ school and you know you learn mount that their fundamentals class, you're likely to get your cross choke. Okay. Also, just kind of got a good habit, right? Kids,
turn up.
Volume, please. So anyway, so when we're here getting into mount, it's always good practice to kind of do your whole side control to mount routine, if you will, just because it gives you that extra rep, right? We're on the rep to 10,000 anyway, or count to 10,000. So why not get an extra one here? And I kind of like when I'm getting into mount on anybody, like I normally will just do it just like that, and now I'm ready to go, right? So from here, guys, we got here. A lot of times you see people, they end up sitting up, right? Maybe his arms, I wasn't able to control his arms, so he's getting into my hip, which means that he's got nothing to his neck, right? See, some people start to do this to protect their neck, or they'll do something like this, the home alone. My philosophy is there's no reason to protect your neck unless somebody gives you a reason to, which is why Michael does a great job of automatically going to my hips and starting to move his hips and escape, right? So when we get here, we want to start securing our base, stopping from pushing out. I'm going to start picking a side to work in. So cross choke means I'm going across, so right to right, okay? So when I come in here, I'm punching down towards the ground. If their gi is really loose, you can take it and zip it, right? I pull it through, take the slack out. If it's really tight, you're having a hard time get in, come a little lower in towards the breast of the gi, go through, bring your thumb out at the top. Now I'm punching down. Next, crush his clavicle. I bring my wrist through and I push down towards the center of his chest there. Should already be kind of hard to breathe. Make sure you maintain your base. Okay, because at this point, he's going to be fighting your arm. He's going to be looking to roll you and everything, right? So we maintain our base. I'm coming around. I'm doing nice again to Michael here. I'm going to hit him in the temple with my elbow. Move his neck open and out of the way. Then my hand races down to his shoulder. And I come down. I always come down, guys, on the overhand side. Okay, I'm not coming down on the underhand. I'm coming down on the overhand. Now, you saw that Michael was ready to trap my foot. Okay, and I got this one more from Professor D here. When Michael traps my foot, now this grapevine has a reason. So now when he goes to bump and roll, I can stick it out. If he thinks he's going to roll me this way as I come through on this side, I just extend it and make it hard on his hip. He's giving me his neck. I get that fabric. If you prefer thumb in, fine. I like to go fabric. Just like our baseball choke, make sure your wrists are touching the neck. I pull it down and into me. So my wrists or my elbows come together and I'm pulling in towards my hip as I come through and I squeeze. Okay? So once more. 1, punch. 2, crush his clavicle. I drop my elbow through his neck into his sternum. 3, basing, coming around. I'm going to drag him out of the way. So I'm going to elbow him in the face and scrape across his face even. Bring my hand in. Elbows to my hips as I come down. Boom. If you get rolled in this position, or even as you're coming around, he rolls me. Go ahead, he does escapes. Boom. Continue to gate it, right? I roll, I find it, and I finish it. Mount is just guard flipped over. Your jiu-jitsu, your thought process is to be like that, right? We're in a 3D space, so we can roll and tumble and still actually be in the same positions, right? Except now he's even giving me more control of his body because I can wrap my legs around him too. Okay, any questions so far? Yes?
Where are you bringing your arm around? Because it looks like there's space that you can just go across.
Instead of like here?
Yeah.
Okay, this is another variation of your cross choke, right? If for whatever reason, like he's making it very difficult for whatever reason for me to come up, could I come underneath my arm just like we normally would in, let's say, in the closed guard to come to here? I could, for sure, right? I'll tell you what, I don't think I've, as a higher level, or once I got past a white belt, to be honest, yeah, it's not happening. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever been able to do that to anybody. I don't think anybody's ever been able to do that to me, right? This ain't happening here. This has been able to happen a couple times, right? And I say a couple because it's really hard. Like even at the highest levels, unless you're, you know, Hodge or Gracie, right? Like this is a hard submission for a lot of people. So, but that's why you need to practice it. And that's why it's the day one to day infinity, because this is the basic that is always there, right? Mother's milk is great. You know, it's easy to kind of smash somebody's face, but what are you going to do when that doesn't work, right? I need
to really believe. Can I share
Absolutely.
As I said, to really believe in it, I think jiu-jitsu should be easy.